1 year of dating. A proposal at Crater Lake where she said yes before he could finish the question. Small wedding ceremony, 30 guests, vows that promised forever. They bought a house in Bend with a mortgage they'd spend the next 30 years paying off. The kind of property investment young couples make when they believe in their future together. Quiet. Hiking trails that wound through forests where you could disappear for hours. She worked remotely for a marketing agency. He was in financial planning at a local firm, managing other people's assets while building their own modest wealth. Good credit. Joint bank account. Shared dreams of maybe kids someday. A good life. Built on what she thought was trust. Turns out one of them had been maintaining a separate life for 14 months. The night of the argument, Sienna's plan was simple. Pack a bag. Drive to her sister's house in Eugene. Process the betrayal somewhere she could breathe. But when Garrett walked through the door at 6:15, she was still at the kitchen table. That second phone sitting between them like evidence at a crime scene. He saw it. Froze. Color drained from his face. Who is Isaiah? Silence. Who is Isaiah? It's complicated. Try me. I met someone. I can see that. It wasn't supposed to happen. But it did. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this. I love you. You love him too. No denial. Just the weight of a secret finally released into the room. The argument started quiet. Questions. Half answers. How long? About a year. Does he know about me? Does he want you to leave? He wants to be with me. Do you want to leave me? I don't know. That's when her voice cracked open. You don't know. 14 months of lying and you don't know. I'm confused. You're not confused. You're a coward. That's not fair. Fair? She stood. He stood. I gave you 6 years of my life. I gave you 6 years too. You gave me half and gave him the other half. Kitchen to living room. Sienna pacing like a caged animal. Garrett rooted to the floor. Do you love me? Do you love Isaiah? Long pause. How is that possible? I don't know. Are you gay? I don't think so. Then what are you? I don't have a label. You have a wife. That should be label enough. This isn't about you. It is absolutely about me. You made it about me when you stood in front of 30 people and promised me everything. I thought it would go away. What would go away? The feelings. For men. How long have you had them? Maybe always. Maybe recently. I can't tell anymore. Was I just cover? Did you ever really love me? Every single day. Then why stay if you want him? Because leaving felt impossible. Sigh now. Neighbors heard the shouting through closed windows. One started recording from across the street, but the audio's too distant. Just angry shapes on a porch. The doorbell camera caught it all in silent surveillance. Sienna gesturing wildly. Garrett rigid as stone. Then his hand shooting out, grabbing her arm, pulling her sideways. Both disappear from frame. Camera keeps recording. Empty doorway. Welcome Matt. Porch light casting shadows. 6 hours before anyone realizes she's gone. What the camera doesn't capture, the driveway confrontation. Her yanking her arm free. I can't look at you right now. We need to talk about this. There's nothing to talk about. Please. Car door opening. Where are you going? No answer. Backup lights. Gone. Garrett stood there watching taillights fade. Then walked back inside. Sat on the couch. Stared at the wall. Didn't call. Didn't text. Just sat there with the weight of what he'd destroyed. 7:42 p.m. doorbell camera shows him going inside. Door closing. The camera doesn't show him leaving again that night. His alibi recording itself in real time. Sienna drove to Riverside Tavern on the east side of Bend. A bar she'd never been to before. Somewhere anonymous. Somewhere she wouldn't run into anyone who knew her as Garrett's wife. Sat at the bar. Vodka soda. Another. You okay? I'm great. The bartender didn't believe her but kept pouring anyway. 3 drinks usually made Sienna tipsy. 5 made her drunk. By 9:30, 6 drinks deep. Dancing now. Laughing too loud at nothing. Flirting with anyone who made eye contact. In the bathroom, she cornered a woman washing her hands. My husband's gay and I didn't even know. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. Help me find a real man. The woman left quickly, uncomfortable with whatever breakdown she'd just witnessed. 10:15 p.m. A man approached the bar. Tall, athletic build. Smile that seemed genuine. Bought her a drink without asking. They talked. Later, Sienna won't remember a single word of the conversation. Bar security footage shows them dancing. Laughing. Him leaning in close, whispering something. Her nodding. Agreement to something she'll never get to regret. 11:47 p.m. They leave together. The bartender watched them go. Nice guy, he'd say later. Polite. Held the door for her like a gentleman. That guy was Isaiah Lennox. 28. Personal trainer. The same Isaiah who'd been texting Garrett Walsh, "I love you," for 14 months. The same Isaiah who knew exactly where Sienna would be that night. Next morning, Sienna missed a video call with the client. Her sister called Garrett. "We had a fight." She left. Probably stayed at a hotel. Sienna always answers her phone. Garrett checked. Straight to voicemail. Called hospitals. Nothing. Called friends. No one had seen her. Called police. Wait 24 hours. He didn't wait. Filed the missing person report immediately. Told them about the fight. Told them she drove away. Told them he had no idea where. Officers pulled the doorbell footage. Story checked out. Sienna left. Garrett stayed. Neighbors confirmed it. Solid alibi, recording itself in real time. 2 days later, a jogger on the Crystal Lake Trail found a body. Early 30s. Partially hidden in brush 30 feet from the main path. Blunt force trauma to the head. Time of death, midnight to 2 a.m. Dental records confirmed Sienna Walsh. Garrett was brought in for questioning. Broke down completely. Didn't hurt her. Loved her. The fight was his fault, but he'd never, could never. Detectives verified everything. Doorbell camera. Phone GPS car showed no signs of travel to that area. Released after 18 hours. But if Sienna's still watching cases where every clue matters, hit subscribe for the last moment. We follow the evidence even when it leads somewhere nobody expects. Detectives retraced Sienna's route. Traffic cameras caught her car heading east. Followed it all the way to Riverside Tavern. Bar footage showed everything. The drinking. The dancing. Leaving with a man. Bartender recognized him immediately. Regular. Name's Isaiah. Once a week, maybe. Always polite, tipped well, always alone. Until that night. Database search. 6 people named Isaiah within 30 miles of Bend. Photos pulled. Isaiah Lennox. 28. Personal trainer at Summit Fitness. Clean record. Apartment check. Not home. Phone call. Do you know Sienna Walsh? Bartender saw you together. Phase. Talked to a woman at the bar. Didn't catch her name. Did you leave with her? We have footage. Left together. She changed her mind. Dropped her at a gas station. Which one? Can't remember. Time. Maybe midnight. Her body was found at Crystal Lake. Don't know anything about that. Formal interrogation. Same story. Met at bar, flirted, left together. She wanted somewhere private. Changed her mind. Gas station on Highway 20. Went home. Didn't hurt anyone. Can we see your phone? I want a lawyer. That's when they knew. Weren't obtained. Phone records pulled. GPS told a different story entirely. 12:23 a.m. Vehicle at Crystal Lake. Stayed 41 minutes. Returned home. Arrested on suspicion of murder. Car search, blood in the trunk. Matched Sienna Walsh. Apartment search, clothes with blood spatter. Hidden in the laundry hamper. Lawyer requested. Talking stopped. Phone data didn't stop talking though. 14 months of messages between Isaiah Lennox and Garrett Walsh. Detectives returned to Garrett. Do you know Isaiah Lennox? Face drained of color. We found your messages. Sat down. Head in hands. Grinder Plus. About a year ago. Did Sienna know? She found out the day she died. Did Isaiah know she found out? Texted him that evening. After she left. Message pulled. 7:51 p.m. She knows about us. Isaiah, what did you tell her? Garrett, she found the phone. Isaiah, we need to talk. Garrett, not tonight. Isaiah, this can't wait. Garrett, I need space. No reply from Isaiah. Instead, 9:43 p.m., GPS shows him leaving his apartment. 10:15 p.m., arrives at Riverside Tavern. Same bar. Same woman. Drinking alone. The timeline crystallized into something calculated and cold. Isaiah knew about the discovery. Went to the bar. Found her. Saw his opportunity. Maybe promised answers about Garrett. Maybe just charm and 6 vodka sodas and rage looking for an outlet. Doesn't matter. Crystal Lake. 41 minutes. Sienna Walsh died. DNA analysis on defensive wounds. Skin cells under fingernails. Scratches on her arms. DNA matched Isaiah Lennox. Final piece locked in place. Confrontation. GPS data placing him at the scene. Blood in his trunk. DNA under her fingernails. Lawyer advised a plea deal. Isaiah broke. Confession came in pieces, each one worse than the last. Garrett had been complaining about Sienna for months. She didn't understand him. Wanted things he couldn't give. Made him feel trapped. Isaiah loved Garrett. Wanted him fully. Not stolen hours in secret. Not second place to a wife who didn't even know she was competing. But Garrett wouldn't leave. Always complicated. Always needed more time. Isaiah was patient. Waited. Believed eventually Garrett would choose him. Then the text came. 7:51 p.m., she knows about us. Panic set in. If Sienna knew, she'd force Garrett to end things. Isaiah would lose him. So he decided to remove the obstacle. Went to the bar hoping to find her. Knew she'd be angry. Knew she'd be drinking. Vulnerable. Approached her. She was drunk. Ranting about her husband. Isaiah didn't tell her who he was. Just listened. Flirted. Offered somewhere private. She agreed. Crystal Lake. Alone now. That's when he told her. I'm the person your husband loves. Garrett doesn't want to be with you. Garrett deserves better than a wife who traps him. Sienna started yelling. Tried to get out of the car. Isaiah grabbed her. She fought. Scratched his face, his arms. Proof she wouldn't go quietly. He hit her once. She fell. Hit her again. She stopped moving. Said he panicked then. Dragged her body into the brush. Drove home. Washed his clothes. Thought he'd gotten away with it. Thought Garrett would finally be free. Thought they could be together. Did it for love, he said. Detective's response, love doesn't look like that. But Isaiah had an answer for that too. Garrett told him Sienna was the problem. Said she didn't make him happy. Said he wanted to be with Isaiah but couldn't leave. Isaiah was just trying to help. Thought Garrett would understand. Thought Garrett would thank him. Garrett Walsh was brought back in. Told that Isaiah confessed. Told that Isaiah killed Sienna because he thought it would free Garrett to be with him. Garrett vomited. Never wanted that. Yes, complained about his marriage, but everyone complains. Loved Sienna. Was confused about his feelings but never wanted her dead. Did you ever tell Isaiah you wished Sienna wasn't in the picture? Long silence. Maybe. Might have said something like that after a fight. Frustration talking. Didn't mean it literally. Meant he wished the situation was different. Wished he could figure out who he was without hurting anyone. Didn't mean kill her. When did you realize you were attracted to men? Don't know. Maybe always. Maybe never until recently. College, dated women, was attracted to them, loved Sienna when they married. But over the past few years, something shifted. Started noticing men. Having thoughts he didn't understand. Tried to ignore it. Thought it was a phase. Focused on Sienna, thinking it would disappear. It didn't. Got stronger. Downloaded Grindr Plus just to see. Just to explore. Matched with Isaiah. Coffee, then drinks, then more. Isaiah made him feel understood. Like he didn't have to hide. Knew it was wrong. Knew he was hurting Sienna even if she didn't know yet. But couldn't stop. Selfish. Coward. His words. Isaiah Lennox, charged with first-degree murder. Defense argued crime of passion. Mental instability. Not premeditated. Prosecution pointed to the GPS data. Driving someone to an isolated location is planning. Hiding the body is consciousness of guilt. Jury agreed. Convicted. Life in prison. Eligible for parole in 2049. He'll be 53. Sienna Walsh was 32 when she died. Garrett Walsh didn't attend the trial. Quit his job. Sold the house property he and Sienna had invested their future in. Moved to Seattle. Sienna's family doesn't speak to him. They don't blame him for her death. But they blame him for the circumstances that made it possible. If he'd been honest, none of this would have happened. Garrett agrees. Thinks about it every day. Wishes he'd told Sienna the truth before she found that phone. Wishes he'd been braver. Living a lie destroyed 3 lives. Sienna's. Isaiah's. The closet isn't just a hiding place. It's a cage. Stay in it long enough, everyone around you gets hurt. Sienna's sister speaks at events now. Talks about the danger of secrets in relationships. How shame and fear create situations where people make terrible choices. Garrett's not a villain, she says. Just a man who didn't know how to be honest about who he was. Isaiah's not a monster. Just a man who wanted love so badly he destroyed it. Sienna wasn't naive. Just a woman who trusted the man she married. The only lesson, honesty isn't optional. It's survival for everyone. Why did Garrett stay if he was unhappy? Why not just leave? Why marry Sienna in the first place if he wasn't sure? The answer's complicated. Religious family. Being gay wasn't an option. Wasn't discussed. Wasn't possible. Learned to suppress those feelings. Learned to perform heterosexuality. Learned to pass. Did it for years until he couldn't anymore. But by then, married, life built, responsibilities stacked up. Leaving meant admitting he was a liar, which he was. Staying made him a bigger liar, and got Sienna killed. Why did Isaiah kill Sienna instead of walking away? Why think murder was the solution? Also complicated. Isaiah loved Garrett. Truly. Believed Garrett loved him back. Believed Garrett wanted to be with him but was trapped. Saw himself as a rescuer. Thought removing Sienna would free Garrett. Thought Garrett would finally live authentically. Thought he was helping. That's how love twists into something unrecognizable when it's built on lies and secrecy and desperation. Sienna Walsh is buried in Portland next to her father. Fresh flowers every week. Her mother brings them. She deserved better. Deserved a husband who was honest. Deserved a marriage built on truth. Deserved to grow old, have children, live the life she imagined when she said yes at Crater Lake. Instead, 6 years of half-truths. 1 night at a bar. 41 minutes in a forest with a man who thought love meant elimination. Her mother's angry. Not at Garrett. Not even at Isaiah. Angry at the shame and stigma and fear that made Garrett think hiding was safer than honesty. Angry at a culture that punishes people for being who they are. Angry that her daughter paid the price for a man's inability to accept himself. This case is a reminder that secrets have consequences. Garrett's secret cost him his marriage and his peace. Isaiah's obsession cost him his freedom. Sienna's trust cost her life. The residential security camera captured 14 seconds of an argument. Didn't capture the 14 months of lies that led to it. Didn't capture the shame that made Garrett hide. Didn't capture the desperation that made Isaiah kill. Didn't capture the moment Sienna realized the man she loved had been lying for over a year. Just 2 people arguing. Then disappearing from frame. But those 14 seconds contain everything. Identity. Honesty. The deadly cost of living in the closet. If you're in a relationship and hiding something this big, tell the truth. It will hurt. It will be hard. Might end your relationship. But it won't end someone's life. If you love someone who's hiding something, create space for honesty. Don't punish them for their truth. Don't make lying feel safer than being themselves. And if you're the person on the outside wishing one would leave the other, walk away. Love isn't something you force. Can't create it by removing obstacles. Isaiah learned that the hard way. So did Garrett. So did Sienna. This isn't just about murder. It's about the conditions that made murder feel like an option. Shame. Secrecy. What happens when people can't be who they are without losing everything? Sienna Walsh should be alive. Should be 35 now. Designing logos. Hiking trails. Maybe raising kids. Instead, a name on a gravestone. A lesson in a true crime video. This is the last moment, where we don't just show you what happened, we show you why it was always going to happen if nobody spoke the truth. If this case made you think about the secrets in your own life, hit that subscribe button. We cover the stories where silence became deadly. Drop a comment below. Do you think Garrett bears responsibility for Sienna's death? Share this video because somewhere, someone's living a lie that's about to destroy everything. Remember her. Remember that every relationship deserves honesty, even when honesty's terrifying. Remember that hiding who you are doesn't protect anyone, just delays the pain, and sometimes turns pain into something irreversible. We'll see you in the next one.